Hey guys, Clue here, coming to you again from Disney Dreamlight Valley. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about making money. Um, and we're probably going to start out with a summary for those of you just looking for a quick knowledge, quick knowledge base here of what to do. And then after that, we'll literally be going through it step by step. It'll be kind of long and maybe relaxing, but maybe boring to some. So we'll put the summary first, just in case you just want to get in and get out and just know what I'm saying. So the gist of making money, we're going to go up here, which for those beginning, this is transferable to a beginning location, but I'm just kind of give you a visual. You're just going to go to an area, which right now, this is kind of an in-game crop. Crops are how we're going to make our money. This is kind of an in-game crop, but you can start out, in your very first area you unlock, you can start out with just something smaller. It's just going to make a little less money, but the basics are you're going to make a field for crops, and you're going to buy that crop from Goofy, which most crops, you can go into Goofy's shop and see here, like pumpkins, which is what I'm doing, which I think is the most cost effective crop right now. I'm sure there's spreadsheets online, but you can also just use in-game tools. So you can see the pumpkins cost 275 coins per crop. And then we can go into collection, ingredients, and then go to pumpkins. And so you bought the seed for 275, and then you can sell the pumpkin for 664 coins. So that just baseline, if you get one pumpkin per crop, you're making 400 coins per crop. So you just multiply that out by however much you want to do whenever you're planting your field, and you're making thousands and thousands of coins for just a nice relaxing effort. That starts out on a smaller basis with the lesser crops, but you're still going to be making a good profit on each crop. And then the more money you make, the better crops you can buy, and then it just exponentially grows until you don't have any worry of money anymore. Like you can see, I only play, ever since I got to max level, I only play like 30 minutes a day. I pretty much just get on to plant crops and feed critters that I need for companions, and I'm up to 6 million gold. I don't even log in multiple times a day to water my crops. I just once a day I water them or whatever they need and pick them when they're ready. So yeah, so I make close to 400,000 coins every single time on this field of pumpkins right here, which has 291 slots on it because of the areas that you can't get rid of here. But this is like the best area I could find in the Forgotten Lands because it's a pretty broken up area. So yeah, I think I probably moved trees and everything to moved what I could. Some of these things are unmovable, but I moved what I could to get the best space possible here. But yeah, and then that even grows more because you're getting a one of the characters. The profession of gardening is really important because as you're picking the crops, especially at max friendship, they are giving you a lot of extra crops. And the range, it can have a very big difference because like with the pumpkins, I can, because of how much the character sometimes gives me extra on the pumpkins, I can make 50,000 extra coins per farming run just if I'm lucky on the extra crops they give me. So let's just go like so. Say you just unlocked Peaceful Meadow. So yeah, so that's the gist of it, guys. So I mean, if that's all you're here for, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. But now we're gonna go a little more in depth for all you guys. So So let's say you just unlocked Peaceful Meadow. You can see over here. And of course, when you first unlock Goofy's Stall, you might not have all these options each day. So you just have to see what's available. But even like, we'll look at a couple here. So lettuce is 3 and carrots are 10. So we can go into here. Look at our ingredients. Lettuce was 3 and it sells for 8, so that's 5. Carrots were 10 and it sells for 44, so that's that's 34 coins you're making per carrot. And also depending on what kind of timeline you're looking at, some things make more money because they take longer to grow, and some are like really fast, like carrot for 15 minutes, or if you're like really into trying to make money, if you pick something that's like less time, maybe. I mean, you can figure out the efficiency for whatever you're really looking for, but so even just the carrots making 30 coins per, and then you can work your way up to the next area, which has a little bit more expensive crops. But basically, you just find an open area somewhere. We're just gonna go small here, just because we're just demonstrating. But I usually try to keep it uniform. So if you just hold down the button, you're gonna shovel the ground in a straight line. And I usually just make rows, make them however big you want. Oh. Yeah, and as you can see, sometimes when you're doing it, you can unlock storyboard pieces, memories. But anyway, so we'll make our rows there, and then we can buy our carrots. Bought them for 80, and then I'll be able to sell them for that much profit. And then as I increase, oh, I'd already picked up a carrot. But anyway, I'm just holding the button right now, so literally as much energy as I can spare, I get to keep going. So you just plant them, and then you can water them. And depending on how long they take to grow and stuff, you'll have to water them different amounts of times. But at some point, they'll be fully grown like our pumpkins up there, and you pick them, make your money. Then maybe you unlock a new area. I know I actually just kind of made money fishing, and my first foray into this was in Forest of Valor. And I'm pretty sure what I did, I cleared out this space right here, which I never fixed it, but I had like a block. I don't know what it was, like a 15 by 10 block, or I don't know how big this is now. But I'm pretty sure I did canola. I was trying to think about this last night. I'm pretty sure I did canola. I might have done something else, but don't hold me to that. But like this is 25. And then go here. Find it here. Right there. So buy it for 25, sell it for 109. So that's over, that's 80, over 80 gold pieces per. So I mean 80, and then if you got 100 plots, 100 plots and 80, 8,000 coins per. But you're just keeping on moving up until you got something. And really, the more time you want to spend, the bigger you can make it. The more time you put into it, the more money you're gonna make at a time. So until you work your way up to I think pumpkins are the best to do right now. Of course, if you're watching this in the future, that could have changed, but as of right now, I feel like it's a really good one. Maybe if you don't care, if you're willing to like put forth the effort, there might be a better crop as far as like speed wise. Because I only, with like the 4-hour grow time and only playing like 30 minutes a day, it takes me like 3 or 4 days to get through the cycle and do it. But yeah. So now we are going to go even further, and I'm just kind of we'll just talk a little while I actually go through the process of picking the plants. Oh, I thought Mickey was inside his house, but he's outside. So Mickey is one of my gardeners. So we'll bring him along. Let's hang out. Hot dog, he'd love to. He's a lot nicer than Scar, who is another person I have as gardener. Scar's a little grumpy. So anyway, hey Mickey, welcome along. You know, I just come over here. You can hold the button to harvest multiple. Mickey will come behind me and add to it. Also, sometimes you'll get a glowing pumpkin. Sometimes I'm watching a video and not paying much attention and I sometimes miss it. But also, if you're paying attention, you can like get like an extra 12 or 13 crops just from the time. Just from the time that it has like this. We'll run into one, but it's like this glowing pumpkin and you can pick it multiple times. Now, one thing you want to remember, whenever Mickey drops, or whoever your character gets those extra ones, for a limited time, they are like this glowing blue and they automatically go into your inventory. After a while, they will not be glowing blue anymore, and then you have to manually pick them up. So I think it's not time effective. Like, you could just go and pick this whole field. See if I can make this. We probably won't wait. I might mess up and it happen, but you could pick this whole field and go back and pick things up manually. But it takes a long time, as many extra pumpkins as Mickey throws you. So I usually stop every so often and pick them up, so I can just automatically pick them up. And another thing you want to kind of look at, especially if you're doing rows like me. Like, you don't want to start out from like the side. If you hold the button, your character might randomly, who knows what pattern they'll take. So I usually, if you start out like behind the straight line, usually you can go up and down the rows properly. So I'll just go down the row. Here's one of those glowing ones. So as soon as I see the glowing one, I'll release the button. Oh, I do not like here, I forgot, I usually sell all the crops or store all the crops in my inventory before I do this, so that I don't accidentally plant a crop, because that kind of bugs me when I plant a crop that's not supposed to go there. So let's get rid of this carrot seed real quick. We'll just sell that carrot seed, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, as you can see, as soon as that yellow crop hit, I released the button so he stopped moving forward, and then I just pressed the button as fast as I could to pick the crop. So that is a lot of bonus crops you get, and then also for each time you pick one, there's a chance Mickey's going to give you extra, so, or whichever character is going to give you extra. So that really helps a lot, or it helps if you're paying attention to do that. I mean, it's not a big deal. If you're watching a video or something and you're just relaxed and just picking your crops, I mean, in the end, it's all relaxing, kind of free money for playing the game. So we will keep going here. So if you're going in these straight rows like this and you hit the end, as you can see, he'll automatically, or he or she, whatever your character is, will automatically turn around and keep going down the line. And I'm gonna stop here and pick the pumpkins before they turn to manual picking up. Every now and then one jumps pretty far, so you kind of got to pay attention a little bit. And usually when you're to one side, they only go to one side, but then in the middle here, they can drop on either side, so then it takes a little more time to get to all of them, so just kind of got to be careful of that. Come up here. Of course, another thing I guess you guys notice that, or it's kind of makes the world more entertaining, is all these characters just will roam themselves, and there always seems to be somebody that finds you wherever you're at. I think it's in the game engine. Here's another one of those glowing crops, so you can get that pressed out here. But what I was gonna say is, no matter where you're at in the world, I think it's like part of the game's AI that like one character at least will come and find you so that they're near you, and it just kind of makes the world feel more alive. I think that's at least what I've noticed. All right, so oh, oops, I forgot. I made a mistake here, boys, girls. We're gonna go to my house. Sorry, this is I'm gonna leave this in the video just because I don't think this is too harmful, but I had picked up fish from Moana's boat and I did not offload that fish into my storage, so let's quickly go through here. I don't take the time to see what's in, I just go through and make sure that everything's filled that I have in my inventory. Like so. Normally I would have started this with an mostly empty inventory. I forgot I had the fish in my... There's that. And then all these things on the top, you can check out another video I made about feeding critters to get companions, and that is right now I'm trying to get all of the critters as companions, so that is why all of those stay in my inventory right now, as you can see. So this is actually a good way to show you, like if you wait too long, the pumpkins, you don't automatically pick them up, so you got to pick them up by hand, which if you left this a lot go, it would take a while. Do that. Hopefully get a memory. I love getting these memories. I'm really looking forward to unlocking all of these. Okay. Where was I? Finished up here. I would pretty much do this the same way every time, so up and down my rows, you just get used to the way you do it. Yeah, I have another video on how to unlock what you need to do to feed, what you feed, and how you feed all of the different critters in Disney Dreamlight Valley. So if you're interested in that, you can check that video out. If I remember, I will put a link in the description. We're starting to get towards the end here. I know this is, I find it relaxing after a stressful... Oh, I went farther than I usually do. Usually I stop right where they meet. I'll show you here in a second. Oh, there's a memory way out there. Or possibly, sometimes not memories, sometimes they drop cosmetics and stuff. Back over here. Actually having good luck on the memories here. This is kind of nice. I feel like I usually don't get more than one. Oh, but what I was getting ready to say before I went off is usually I try to stop right here, because if the crops end at the same level like this, then whenever I come up the way on my automatic picking, then my character will automatically turn around at the right spot. So just kind of oversight on my part, but also I guess that was good instructionally. If we don't get too many of these super crops, or I don't know what, that is the one bad thing. I'm kind of glad that happened so I could show you. It's kind of annoyance right now. I feel like they need to change the AI where the character won't get in your way of picking these crops whenever you're in the middle of trying to get that, because that really hurts the... I mean, it takes some time away from being able to get those crops, so yeah. It would be nice if they changed the AI so it didn't walk up in front of you and when you're trying to do that. Oh, another thing that can happen when you're picking is that you get these extra orange items that pop out. You can choose whether it's worth it to you to stop picking to grab those or not. They're on the ground for a very limited time before they disappear. Sometimes I get them, sometimes, like if I'm watching a video, I'm not too concerned about it. It's not that many, but yeah, it's something extra if you're paying attention. Alright, so that is that. So we got all of our pumpkins. At this point, after you pick your things, the companion or the character really isn't needed, so you can... I mean, if you want to have a friend while you're doing this, you can keep them around, but also you can let them go do their thing, or if you're worried about them getting in your way or whatever, you just send them away for the rest, because all you're using them for here is to get the extra crops. So we'll come over here and sell. Hopefully we got a decent harvest here. Sell these to Goofy. At the beginning, you might want to keep a stack or two for cooking. So we sell those. This is actually not that great of a haul. 377, still nice, but I think I've gotten 425 before, so, or around 425. So just that, sell it, and then got to replant. So you'll learn how big your plot of land is. So I have to buy 99, 99, and 91. Or did I just mess up? In the video, I think it's, I'm dumb. Pretty sure it's 290, or it's 99, 99, 93. Something nervous or something here. Oh, and that actually got us over the 6 million coin mark. But anyway, you're gonna use some of your money to buy the new crops, but that is okay. So here we go. We are now going to just hold the button, and this is where it gets pretty monotonous. You pretty much can plant as long as you have energy, and so the higher level you get, the more energy you have, but also probably the bigger field you're gonna plant. So overall, you're probably gonna have to stop a few times and eat up to replenish your energy. I mean, if you want to take the time, you could just go back to your house and it'll automatically replenish your energy to full. Or, you know, I usually just, even though food can sometimes be a better, fill you up more per food, or also it can make you faster, give you certain bonuses, I usually just go with the fruit. You know, I got all my fruit together. I can just pick the fruit and eat the fruit. It's simple, and it's a renewable resource that's free and easy. So, but I can do about a little over 3 rows without having to replenish my energy. So yeah, we will go through here. I'm trying to, you know, I guess we'll talk a little bit. Trying to think about the stuff I want to do with Disney Dreamlight Valley. I do enjoy the game, even though I think a major thing that people watch videos for is how creative people are and how pretty they make their world, which that's not me. That's not, I'm more of a power player, and I do want to see all the story and I want to unlock all the things, but I am not good at decorating at all. But you know, maybe that would be a fun video. Fun videos to watch is me struggling to make something look good. I don't know. But definitely, I know, I think I can add something as far as power playing and, you know, just going for the highest level, going for making money, collecting Dreamlight to unlock stuff. All right, so about out of thing here. So I have my buildup of gooseberries. The stack of apples is just kind of like a throwback to the beginning, because apples are kind of the first fruit you run into, and they're very plentiful. So I kind of started out eating apples, and I've just left them in that first slot this whole time. But now I pretty much only eat gooseberries. I usually eat 3 at a time. That almost fills me up totally, so as to not waste one. I just usually eat 3 at a time, and that gets me through. I'll just continue on here. If you guys are, I feel like on my channel I'm going to be playing a bunch of different games that don't have much in common, or I feel like in general they have different audiences, but I'm the type of person that likes a wide variety of games. So if you are interested right now, there are PC Building Simulator 2 videos on my channel. I'm a big fan of PCs, building PCs, and it is a great way if you can't afford to be building new PCs all the time. It's a great way to scratch that itch, and very nice game. But that's on the channel. Actually, also into racing games right now. I currently have a sim racing wheel on order. I already got some parts of it, but not all of it has arrived yet. So I'm probably going to be making a video of unboxing that stuff and setting it up, and then my first reactions to driving with this what they call a direct drive wheel, which, you know, kind of gives you the sensation of actually driving in the car with like the feedback it gives you. Not just like maybe a cheap wheel that's just you're using a steering wheel, but you can't feel what you would feel in a car. So I did not buy like the nicest or anything because I'm just getting into it, and I don't have unlimited resources to spend. But that is something that's coming to the channel. I know that might be a totally different audience than either of the other two games, but you know, I'm just gonna play what I want. I'm not in this for the money or anything. I'm just trying to have fun. So, also very experienced with MMORPGs. I love those. When I start playing one of those again, you know, probably be on the channel. I play a lot of games, so I'm just kind of struggling whether I want to put like one-off videos out for new games I'm trying out, or even, you know, I have not streamed yet, but thinking about just streaming, and I can put those replays up on YouTube. I don't know, just all sorts of options I'm toying with. So we're gonna keep doing this. This is kind of only applies to my field, but sometimes I stop up here so that I can just get out these 5 seeds that are on their own. I just get them out of the way. I don't think it's really faster in the end, but just do that. Sometimes I'll eat in the middle here so I know I don't have to stop. I'm actually going to come down here so I know that I do not have to stop pressing the button anymore. I guess depending on what you're using, keyboard or controller, if you have some sort of macro, or you could set a macro to hold the button down for you, and then you wouldn't even have to hold the button yourself. I don't have that set up right now. I'm just holding the button down, but for those of you who would like, it'd be very easy to set a macro, and then you just have to stop every so often to eat. We're almost through this. Almost through this. So yeah, if anybody'd like to tell me anything they would like to see, you can comment below or send me a message. Be glad to hear your thoughts. Yeah. I guess with my personality, I'm kind of going for more relaxing videos. I'm not gonna be the most I don't know. I'm not gonna be the most always sound like the most outgoing, excited person in the world, but I do enjoy gaming, and I enjoy making the videos, and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. So I hope that comes across. But in general, I like a more relaxing feel when I'm watching a video. So that's what I'm doing. All right. So after you get them all planted, then we have watering the crops. You can get, well, if I time it right here, you can get 8 at a time. I'm doing a bad job. Usually I don't have this much trouble. It is possible to get 8 at a time. I don't know why it's... Anyway, yeah, you can see it takes me a little bit to do 8 at a time, so I generally just do 6 at a time. Just because it's faster than trying to line up the 8. I mean, you can do less if you want, or whatever is easiest for you. You can do whatever makes the most sense, whatever whatever you enjoy the most, but I usually just go with the 6. It's pretty easy to do. I don't have to pay that much attention to it if I don't want to. Every now and then I'll mess up, but as you can see, pretty simple. Just go through here. Guess it does take a little more concentration than planting does, since I'm not just holding down a button. Remember, guys, it's if you're going for the trying to make money so you don't have to worry about it, I would definitely make sure I started out at least one of the first eat here. At least one of the starting characters, I'd make a gardener for sure, so that you can start getting those extra crops. It's also, if you're doing this, it's a very fast way to get your friendship level increased with your characters if this is their job. Oh, missed one. Of course, you don't want every character to be this job. You need to have a variety so that there's always somebody awake, and then you got to think about characters sleeping. So you want to make sure that you have a variety of professions on your characters, so no matter what you're doing, somebody's awake and can follow you, so you can get extra of whatever it is you're doing at the time. But definitely want to make sure you got somebody to start out. And if you're good on all the professions, this is definitely one where you can just plant a bunch of crops and max out their friendship very fast. All right, so we got all our crops watered. Now, depending on your plant, some of them will require watering multiple times, some won't. I'm pretty sure I feel like it changes. I guess it depends on raining in Disney Dreamlight Valley. I feel like sometimes I just have to water it once more, and sometimes I have to water it twice more. But eventually they'll grow again, and then the process will start over. And every time I got, I'm selling roughly 400,000 coins at a time, and then I'm buying roughly 75,000 coins. So I'm making over 300,000 coins on this field of pumpkins. It's not that bad, and if you enjoy the game, it's very relaxing. It also, you get Dreamlight for it. Goes up really fast, so it's actually kind of good to. I didn't start farming until I'd already unlocked most of the levels. But if you're working your way through the different zones, there's achievements in each zone for gardening, so it's actually good to start early. So yeah, that is that. If you guys have any questions or anything that needs answered, you can let me know, and I'll be glad to answer, or to try to find an answer if I don't know. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. And if you like the video, please like the video and subscribe. And I will see you next time.